Welcome to Berkeley Blooms, an Unreal Adventure, the show that reviews all sorts of World of Warcraft content that you didn't think you needed to know about. I'm Berkeley, and today Denny and I are talking about the May trading post options. And later in the episode, we will be joined by Weo, who was casually late or something, whatever you want to call that.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to start with the Blazing Hippogriff, the ugliest mount in the game right now.
To be fair, it lives up to its name in that it is both a hippogriff and it is blazing.
Is that why its feet are like that though? Because it's like bird feet and horse feet. Is that
Yes, that is a hippogriff. Half bird, half horse.
half bird, half horse?
Well, sometimes I think it's a different amalgamation of creatures, but this one appears to be half bird, half horse,
I don't like
specifically.
it.
And only. It's weird that only half of it is actually on fire. That's what I don't like about it. I think I would like it a lot more if the whole thing was on fire, but the fact that the back hooves and the tail are lit up like a fucking candle and the front is just not. I mean,
There could
it
be fire
literally looks
coming. Yeah, there could be fire coming from the wings.
like that would make it really cool, or like a little aura around the face, or they could have put a fire effect on the talons even, and it would have made it better. But this way, it literally looks like they took. It literally looks like they took the back half of a fiery horse and smacked it into a chicken, and that's what this mount is. It doesn't look like one mount. It looks like two animals that were sewn together in some weird experiment in Maldraxxus in the Shadowlands.
It was made on Schumann's farm.
So hopefully no designers take offense, but that's just my opinion. What do I know? I'm not a game designer.
Well, you also didn't call it the
But I'm also
ugliest
not
mount
going to
in the
spend
game.
800 tender on this.
Me
So there's
either.
that.
There is
Have we roasted the blazing hippogriff enough?
for now. For now,
Okay.
we can always
Okay.
revisit it another
Yeah, we
time.
should. I'm good
Because
actually.
because here we are to go
I'm
to
done.
the amber skitterfly, which
Yes, a recolor. A recolor. Yay.
is this what this is? Because I just seen it and
Yes.
I got scared. I almost fell away
Um,
from my
well,
computer.
yes. I
I
mean, it's a
almost fell.
recolor of a mount that I don't particularly like in the first place. I think this is the one that you can get. You get one tint of it from maxing out the rep with the expedition, Dragon Scale Expedition, and then you get another tint randomly. It's like a point something percent drop chance from opening those little expedition packs and little treasures around the Dragon Isles. So you can get like a green one, and I think I can't remember what the other tint is, but yeah, this is like a second or a third recolor.
Does Blizzard
So
really
I
think there's this big of a demand for these
no,
skitterflies?
I would honestly, I would love to see a breakdown from Blizz of which items were bought in which months. I would love to see that because there's so many of these weird fucking bug mounts, and I just refuse to believe that there's that much of a demand for it. Like, look, in this month alone, we have the Skitterfly, and then there's the returning one, the Swarmer's Reigns, and then for some reason, the mount that I have frozen is a fucking beetle.
No.
Why are there so many bug mounts? No one likes them.
Well, there must be someone that likes them, or they're.
Apparently, someone likes them, but it's not me.
I don't see people fly like running around on them like regularly or anything.
No,
So
but that's the interesting. Like, I don't think I really see people running around on Trading Post mounts outside of the first week that they
mhm,
have them.
fair.
I really think it's like people just buy them for numbers, and I'm sure that'll change when War Within hits, and we'll be able to use like 400 more mounts to Dragon Ride or Dynamic Fly, whatever they're calling it.
Super excited.
Sky Riding. I think they're calling it Sky Riding or something like that in War Within.
Yeah, because they want people to use these old mounts. This bug won't
Right.
be it though,
No, I mean
or any
yeah, I'm
bugs.
still never gonna use it.
Like there's a big list of things that other mounts I could come up with that I would use. I mean, I'm a druid, so probably none of them still, but
Right.
but Not the bugs. Like its big eyes look at me. Like I was terrified the minute I came and looked at this and seen this bug.
Right.
Like this is a like something that comes from nightmares. Absolute nightmares. No,
Yeah.
thank you.
It
Goodbye,
just looks
Mr.
all
Bug.
unbalanced.
I just.
Got no junk in its trunk. It's so forward heavy.
But is there like a real bug that this is supposed to resemble? Like, what is this actually supposed to be?
It looks like a dragonfly that flew too close to Chernobyl.
Hmm. Yeah, it's ugly. Sorry, Blizzard. It's ugly. We're gonna.
Yeah.
We're,
Again, we're being harsh on the mounts this month, but that's just us.
I mean, they leave a lot to be desired. I
They
mean,
do, and maybe if it was like 100 tender, then I'd buy it for the numbers. But for that price,
I
nah,
think it is, I think the prices in
nah.
general are too high for most things. So
Oh yeah, and especially when you look at the returning items, those prices are just 600 for a pet when you can buy this stupid skitterfly for 600. That's a full-blown mount. Like that makes no sense.
I bought the
And then
wrong
right
one.
under it is our third one, which is 400 tender, and that's a pet. So why is that pet 400 and Mr. Buzzworth is 600?
Oh, that's Pokey.
Mr.
Pokey.
Pokey.
Is that hay
Which
for his hair?
so here's a question, because look at the flavor text. The needle in Pokey's chest isn't exactly comfortable fashion, but he's stuck with it. Do you see a needle in the chest?
No, it's like in his eye socket.
So are they implying that that is, in fact, his chest? Because if so, that makes no sense. And if not, then the flavor text makes zero sense. Good job, Liz.
And I just noticed he has like a noose around his neck. Did you notice that?
He does.
I didn't
It's a
notice
little
that.
depressing,
Yeah, it really is. But
but
I like
cute.
him. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
it's you know what it reminds me of? That Tim Burton movie with the buttons. Everyone had buttons for eyes.
Oh, Coraline.
Yes, that's what it reminds me of. Like if they released a tint in like black and purple and blue, it would be
That would be
so
so
like
cute.
it could fit right in that universe. Yeah.
I would like that. I
It's
mean,
like
this,
Coraline smashed together with Nightmare Before Christmas.
yeah, that would be cute. That'd be so cool though.
Actually, that would be a
Blizzard,
really cool aesthetic. Good work, Liz.
Blizzard, make that for us. Blizzard, make that right now. Recolor this pet
Oh
instantly.
goodness.
I like him though. He's the only thing
I
that
do. I'm
stood out to me on this month.
if yeah, if I buy anything else this month, it's gonna be him and maybe Buzzworth, but
I bought him in
600 is
Buzzword.
just
I bought him in Buzzword. That's just.
yeah,
But that's okay. We
the
get to
tender.
move on to the lavish floral edge.
Edge, which is certainly lavish.
Well, I thought about this and the weird weapons with flowers,
Hmm.
and the conclusion I came to, they were doing some sort of April showers bring May flowers theme in this trading post.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm sure. Um, there
I
was
think that's
something
it.
on Blizz about it, but
Oh, was there?
um,
I didn't even read anything.
yeah, like, they do. Each month has like a theme.
Oh, well, maybe I should
So this
start
was
reading
some
that.
sort of like May, spring, flowery
Okay.
type thing. Yeah,
Okay, so I came to the proper conclusion on my own, is
yeah,
what you're saying.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that's good, Blizzard. We commend you on that. But
But I will say I like the little effect of the petals like falling off of it. That's kind of cute.
oh, I didn't even notice that.
You're right. I didn't notice it until like the fifth
Oh,
time I saw the damn thing.
huh.
And it is kind of like
That's
I just read the
thoughtful.
flavor text. Many an enemy has felt its thorn, and I'm like, oh, so it is like a little thorn dagger. That's kind of cute.
That is cute. I like this
Um,
one, not enough to buy it. I didn't
and
buy it.
the problem I have with all of these weapons is that I cannot picture a transmog that would go with them.
I mean, this one looks pretty good with my transmog, but only because I have like the pink back piece on and my troll's hair is
I
pink.
guess it's there. I'm looking at it on my paladin, which is
Mm.
like plate armor. Does not look good. Um, what's next?
The lavish floral stock, which
Oh
was an
my god, this one looks like
absolute.
a sex toy.
Yeah, that was an absolute instant no for me. And I was like, what are you?
I
Oof. A new
kind of
meaning
want
to
to buy this for
gifting
my paladin.
flowers. A new meaning to gifting flowers. That's
By
what it
shoving it up
says.
their ass?
I guess. I don't know.
It
It
it looks like a sex toy. Does this not look like a very ornate butt plug?
it does, and it's terrifying.
Not
Like
that I have
it's
experience with very ornate butt plugs, but if I were to, then that's what I imagine one would look like.
this thing is like the size of my troll. Like I
Yeah,
I would not walk around in public with this, Denny. I could see you walking around in public with this, but
actually, I could. What would be interesting is to take this and I might buy this actually. I have some ideas. I have some
um,
ideas.
oh God.
I was on the
What?
fence about it, but I think you can. Well, it also has like that weird pollen coming out of it, so it has like I like weapons that have effects.
Well,
Not that this is
I feel like
the
with
best.
that and some pieces from the February trading post, you could
You read my
yeah,
mind.
you can
That
make
was
something
scary.
happen with all the pink and
Hearts and flowers. That's
yeah.
exactly what I was thinking. Like a slut mog, a
Yeah,
male slut mog.
when I looked at this, I thought about you
Sold,
actually. I was
sold.
like,
I'm buying it right now.
yeah, perfect.
Good,
I'm
good
still
work,
not.
Liz. You made me buy one of the flower weapons.
What's
I can
next?
still refund it. I have
Let's
2 hours.
see. Paradise's golden axe.
This one, okay. Actually, I really like this one, but only
Do
because I
you?
like Birds of Paradise.
Oh,
I'm not going to
through
buy it because I'm never going to use a one-handed axe transmog. But
me either.
you know,
Through its
who
bright
even
hues,
uses
our
who
river
even
sings
uses
out its
one-handed
comfort.
axes?
Um,
Like what? Enhanced shamans?
well, who cares about them?
Yeah, right.
Nobody. Well, I guess maybe this is Blizzard's way of giving
Outlaw,
them some
outlaw rogue
attention.
would use
Yeah.
one-hand axe.
Yeah, you could transmog two of those puppies up.
Sure, I'm missing. I'm sure I'm
Hmm.
missing some, but I don't know. Even then, I would transmog to like swords or daggers before I would pick an axe. I don't know. I just don't like axe
And this
transmogs
one,
personally.
I mean, they could have done more with this one too. Like
Mm.
it's not it like it doesn't scream I'm a flower kind of situation to me. I don't know,
If
maybe
I
some
didn't
people it does.
know what it was, I think I'd be very concerned.
Oh, I don't think you
Like if
see
I,
too many people with these.
I'm just saying, let's say you saw someone with this on their transmog in October, and it's been what is it, May, June, July, August, September. It's been 5 months since this
Yeah.
has been in the trading post,
Hmm.
and there's no title. You can't see that it's called Paradise's Golden Axe. I would have no clue what the fuck this was.
Nobody would.
And,
Like
and maybe in the back of my mind, I'd be like, that almost looks like a flower, but then I would immediately convince myself, no, it doesn't look like a flower. It looks like some sort of mutated
it doesn't even look like an axe.
thing. Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Like
I don't know.
like I get the shape of it trying to resemble an axe, but Blizzard
Yeah.
do better. Now
No, I
surprise.
mean, I like it. Okay, I like the idea of it. I just think the execution could have been done in a way to make it more clear what it is.
That's true. I agree.
Because I'm thinking like it makes perfect sense in the context of staring at it and looking at the flavor text, and it's like so
Hmm.
clearly supposed to be a bird of paradise, you
Yeah.
know. But again, I'm thinking about trading post items. Like I'm looking at this in October when it's been 5 months since it's been in the trading post. Am I even going to remember where it came from?
Probably not.
So I don't know.
I don't know,
I
but
like when the trading post items are unique
yeah.
and when they stand out in a way that it's like, oh, even 6 months or a year later, like, oh yeah, that was that really cool trading post item that I bought or that I wanted to buy and didn't, and now I regret it.
Yeah. That
And
bird
that probably isn't going to be one of those for me personally.
me either.
But I do like the idea. I wanna emphasize that. I like the idea. I don't want to discourage
The execution's the
Blizzard.
problem.
Yes.
The execution. Yeah.
So in that being said, and I wish Weo was here because the next one I think Weo fell in love with,
I love it.
and I don't blame her. I think the bow is actually a win.
It is.
I'm not going to buy it because my little Volpera already gets enough furry comments as it is.
I'm really might buy
And
this.
he's my only hunter is my little Volpera,
I
so
like
I
it.
certainly don't need any help. I don't need to make my poor hunter any more gay.
Well, my hunter has a bunch of pieces
Giant.
on from like Noble Garden and stuff. This would look super cute. Like,
That would be adorable. Actually, that's
mm,
fair. That would look really good with some of the noble garden, like the garden dresses
hmm,
and hats, bonnets, and stuff like that. That would be cute.
yeah. Plus,
That'd
my
be cute.
hunter's a blood elf, so I feel like
But
I can get away with more stuff.
yeah, I
But,
wish,
ugh, I love it.
and this is just a weird random aside. I wish that other classes could use ranged weapons like bows and wands again in a more practical way.
Mm.
Because like that was an interesting thing going back to classic, and all of a sudden like warriors were using bows again and rogues and shit. And I was like, oh yeah, that was a thing once.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
I don't think it's gonna round table again to being a thing,
No,
but
I know, but it just feels weird that like I collect all of these transmogs, but I can only use bows on my hunter.
yeah, it's true. It's true. And I this is my only piece that I like from here this month,
Right.
honestly, is this bow. So I
And I
probably
don't know, like why can't I transmog? Like, sure, my evoker might not be able to use a bow, but like what
I
if I want my evoker to have a bow just to have?
I think it's because the animations wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, I know,
That's
but
a
I'm just
hundred
bitching
percent
for the
what it
sake of
is.
bitching.
It's an animation problem.
I'm
Like
sure. I'm just stoned. I'm stoned and complaining.
and wanting to use the bow on all your characters.
I want the bow, and I'm sad. I'm bitter that I can't. That I feel like I can't use it because I'm not going to play my hunter. Probably not
Well,
going to play my hunter this season.
you could exclusively play all hunters like Weo.
No, I like my little hunter, but even if I played hunter, I'd probably play survival because everyone actually gets mad when I play marks.
Really? Why?
Yeah,
When you play Marks, why would someone
I
get
had I had Goon and Bumble once. They were literally like, "Can you switch back to survival? You're just a better survival hunter."
survival is so much more fun.
I love survival. I really
So
like
much more
survival,
fun.
but yeah, I do like marks. I hope they do something with marks soon. I think they said that they will, and that I think maybe Hunter was on their list for a future thing. I could be making that up though. It's been a minute since I checked the news there.
We'll find out.
So the bow win
Now on to this
win. Yeah.
staff that's giving me
Um,
the garden in Pandaria vibes.
you know what it's giving me?
What?
Allergies. You see all the pollen coming off of that thing? Holy shit!
It's raining pollen and
I'm
it's just
sneezing
ugly.
just looking at that.
I don't.
Oh
It's
man. No,
ugly.
actually, I could see that looking really nice with some of the enchants, the not enchants, the weapon illusions. There's that gold one, the Light of the Earth Warder, that's really pretty. It would make it like really shiny and gold.
See, I'd have to
Um,
purchase it to see that, and I'm not willing to purchase this.
yeah, I know, but you can refund. You can refund it if you um hit the refund button within 2 hours. What is interesting is the Anshe reference to the Tauran sun god.
This
So
one
that's fun.
is Sentinel of the Harvest. So weird.
Um, there's been a lot of references to Anshe recently, which is
I wonder if it's foreshadowing. No, it
I
can't
don't know.
be. Maybe. You never
I
know with
mean,
Blizzard.
well, Midnight after War Within is supposed to be this light void showdown, so I wouldn't be surprised if
Mm,
they're gonna confirm some stuff about some of these gods that we've been dealing with for a while, like Anshe and Elune and some of these other ones.
yeah. And
But I
they're.
like the staff. I like
See, I don't.
sunflowers.
I'm not into it. I don't
It
know
looks
why.
kind of harvesty,
Yeah, that's why it's giving me the garden in Miss Pandaria vibes.
right? And I feel like that's more like November. Like they
Mm.
should put a instead
Yeah,
of a
it's
sunflower, they
fall.
should put a pumpkin in the middle of it, and it would look very fall. Put a pumpkin in it and make those leaves orange, and
I
you have a perfect fall
I feel
staff.
like you put a pumpkin in there, Denny, and it's given like that floral stalk kind of vibes here.
Okay, put a jack-o'-lantern in there and set it on fire. Just put the headless horseman's head in there,
It's not better.
in that wicker circle.
Yeah, it's still not better.
I know. It looks like
Mm,
a reskin of the staff from Plunderstorm. That's what this looks
oh,
like. It looks like the pirate staff from
mm,
Plunderstorm when you hit rank like 21 or something like that.
mm.
Um, which isn't a bad thing. I like that staff.
I can't get on board with this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to buy it, but I'd say
Yeah.
like 6, 7 out of 10 maybe if I was being generous.
See, like three for me.
Yes, yeah, I don't hate it.
See,
I don't hate it.
I told you, I don't really like anything in this thing except the bow. Like, I really like the bow. I'm attracted to it
Yeah,
because, like, you look,
and
okay,
I mean,
let's
I'm not
say,
really. The thing with Trader's Tender is it feels like such a constrained resource that I really don't like spending it
mm,
unless I feel like it's an 8 or 9 or 10 out of 10.
see, I mostly use this as like a collection number situation. I don't use anything from here because a lot of it's weird. Like, we look at this ebony crown of the red rose,
Right.
the little like edges on the bottom are kind of looking like they're touching my troll's eyes.
Hmm.
Like, and it's like
Oh yeah,
the
you're not wrong.
see, I like this, but if it was a little higher up, like I
Yeah.
don't know who made this and decided that those little like bottoms of like the bottom triangle part kind of thing should go over the eyes a bit. Whoever
Mhm.
decided that, they made the wrong choice. Because this, otherwise, I like it. Like, you would simply just have to shorten the tops a little bit so that it's not like some big mantle type situation on top of your head. But they could make
Right.
those a little shorter and then raise it up a hair, and I would buy this. That's all they
Yeah,
need to
and
do.
I don't hate it. I'm more captivated in that I just remembered you can hit the hide armor button, and so now I'm staring at my semi-naked blood elf with just a crown, and I'm not hating it.
I
I'm not
mean,
hating it. That might be a good slot mog. Is just naked blood elf in a crown.
the troll vibe, I just did the same thing. The troll vibe's not quite the same.
Well, there's that.
This is life as a troll. Like,
Uh,
there's yeah.
yeah. No, I feel similarly about the next one, the Guise of the Golden Masquerade. Like, there's too many points where it can interact weirdly with hairstyles and ears and horns, and
Mm,
I wouldn't buy it just for the sake of like it's only gonna look good on specific humanoid models. Same with the crown.
yeah, that's true. This one I didn't mind so much,
Hmm.
honestly, but it just reminded me of those masks in Suramar.
Yeah.
So, but like
Yeah, I think it's a
a gold
reskin of one
version.
of them. I think it's a recolor
Mm.
of like a blue one or something.
Oh, it could be. I don't
But
like
I could
things
be
on my
wrong.
character's face though, anyway.
Yeah.
Like on any of my characters.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't do
Um,
helms or anything like that, but I do like flower crowns. That's pretty much all my characters have on their head is flower crowns.
yeah, I like particular styles of helmets. It also depends on the character.
Mm,
Depends on the race, really.
that's
Some
true.
races just do not look good with helmets. The ones with big ears and big horns and shit that clips through them and it just looks ridiculous.
Yeah.
Or if you have really cool hair and you put on a helmet and it hides it and it's just like, well, yeah, depends on the race.
Of course, now
Depends on the race.
Weo's available. Weo's
Well, she can join
available.
us. She can join
Yeah.
us for the second half. We still have halfway to
Yeah,
go.
that's true. Well, we're gonna start back with the bow. The Sunny Bouquet.
Yes.
Bouquet. The Weo weapon of choice. Are you buying this, Weo?
Of course, I'm buying it. I'm
You
going to
are?
be a summer flower child.
I expect to see you with that at all times on every transmog from now till the end of time. Unless something cooler comes out. Because I am going to buy this once I max out my trader's tender. Because I'm excited. So to catch you up a bit, this is the only item I like from this trading post. Just this. Just
So
this.
far. So far.
So far. So far. But we get to move
Are
on
we are we
to
officially back?
yes. We have been
We're
back.
officially back. Perfect.
Yeah, that whole conversation was us being back, Denny. That was us. Like, so now
I
we're
mean,
at
I'm stoned.
the Valajar Champion's Greatsword. Odin outfitted his champions with only the best weaponry. Did it have to be ugly
Oh,
meat
everything looks
shield
so
weapon?
much better with this slut mog.
Oh my god.
My goodness gracious.
Of course it does, Denny. Well,
Ooh, that has a thong.
well, you
That great sword is 3 times the size of my little
your
foxy girl.
yeah.
I would use it on my Volpera Hunter just for the lulz.
Well, it's nearly the size of my height of my trolls,
Survival
so
Hunter.
I mean, I'm not into
Uh,
this, but
yeah, I might buy it just for maybe a Demon Hunter or a Warrior, but I don't know. As a Paladin main Ret Pally, I don't really see too much transmog with that.
I f-
Because I feel like all the Norse transmogs, they just feel very warrior to me.
but I have a feeling that in the War Within there will be more transmogs that would go with that.
So,
I suspect.
yes,
Yes and no.
yes, and there's also going to be a lot of other weapon transmogs that have been made to go with those models.
That's true.
And I feel like if I'm going to do a dwarf themed, it's eh, it's similar, but it's slightly different. I don't know. I don't know. I've seen maybe that's what we should do is another reaction video from the War Within models because there's a ton that were just released. Weapon models,
More of
transmogs, they
them.
look really good.
Well, I'd
And
like
some
to
of the
look at
dwarf
them.
ones were really cool like this. They were like chunky and big and fat and cool looking.
So
But
boy vibes is what he's saying,
yes.
Weo.
Yeah, yes.
Hmm.
But then a lot of the raid weapons are really like bright and colorful and cool and unique, and they look like pieces of jewelry, some of them.
Yeah, we're gonna have to look at that, Weo. Yeah.
So
No,
there's like a lot of there's a very broad appeal in the transmog collections. There's something for everyone.
we're gonna have to look at that.
And
And
lest we forget that in Remix we have the chicken backpack to look forward to.
I'm so excited.
So
I
Okay.
can't wait
truly
for
there
that.
is
I cannot wait
unchained
for Mom.
creativity.
I cannot wait. That is
Literally, I'm counting the days. Wowhead has a day
oh,
count, actually.
we gotta like try to pick like a mop raid day. But that brings us to the classic Midnight Tabard. I hate it.
I mean, if you want a tabard that is black and a tabard, then,
I hate
this is
it.
the one for you.
No, thank you. I don't like it. It's for many occasions, but I don't like it. Yeah.
I'm not a fan of any of these simple pieces. They're
Mm.
just a solid color and they're
I don't know why you would
just
want it.
there.
With all the options in World of Warcraft, I don't know why this is what you would gravitate towards. It would not be my choice. That's why I'm not going to buy it, because it would not be
Mhm.
my
Tabard? No.
choice.
Yeah.
No. And the same goes for this ensemble vagabonds brick threads. We've had these before, right? These are like recolors now.
Yes, that being said, I buy all of the shoulder capes and I buy all of the Vagabond and Wanderer sets because it's nice to have flat color capes and scarves to fill out headpieces and back pieces for sets that don't already have them. So I use these a lot, these shoulder capes and the Vagabond and Wanderer sets, for specifically like trying to think if I have like a transmog that well, the Paladin one that I was using, I used the white cloak because there's not really a good white cloak in the game.
Yeah,
That's just a plain white cloak.
I guess
And
that's
that's what I
fair.
wanted for my Paladin. I'm like, that's what I want for that character.
That's fair. I'm not a big fan of them, but that is a fair point.
Yeah, I just
Um,
like having a rainbow of cloaks in case I need them.
yeah. What I like is these scarves.
And that's the other reason I love the scarves. So I
Yeah.
buy it a lot for the scarf. And then I like the vagabond one because I like the cloak being a little bit torn, but I actually really hate the hood. I never use the hood from the vagabond set.
Yeah, you could do so, I guess. Like, I never noticed that.
Um,
Like, the cloak and, like, between the two, they match. So
right.
you can mix and match them. Yeah, I never noticed that. That's
So that's
fair.
what I buy the vagabond for. That's what I'm using on the my tier Tears Guard Paladin transmog. I'm using
Hmm.
the vagabond white cloak because you know he's been out. He's been out in the world. Not going to be a perfect pretty cloak.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair.
Mhm.
I can see that. What I can't see is this new theme of these big gloves.
Oh
Like,
my god. The gloves of the midnight soiree. Okay, but look at that flavor text. Look at that flavor text.
fitting attire for a midnight rendezvous.
Just like our buddy. Just like our buddy.
Oh my gosh.
one of our guildies just left for a little date night.
A
So
little
kind of
rendezvous.
a little midnight rendezvous, if you will. So there you go. We can get him the gloves of the midnight soiree for when he gets back. Could you that'd be funny if you could like mail people like
Buy
trans
these and mail them. Yeah, mail them off to him.
gift them to people? Oh my goodness, that'd be such.
I just,
Um,
because they had the white ones in
right.
February, I think, right? Yeah.
Oh my god, they've had so many recolors of these gloves, and I've
And I
never
don't know
bought
why.
them. I've never bought them.
Yeah, I haven't seen anyone wearing them.
And there's a lot of times where I've come to a point where I'm building a transmog, and I'm like, God, I wish I had like X, like some simple boot or some simple this. I don't think I've ever once been looking at a transmog like, man, I need shoulder length gloves.
Like, we don't have like a Cinderella kind of dress to go with these like ball
No,
gown gloves.
we don't
So,
have any like ball gowns. Like we don't have
mm,
fancy dresses. So why do we have fancy gloves? I mean, it doesn't. Sure as hell doesn't
I
go with
would
a
love a ball
sarong.
gown.
I would put a ball gown on my troll.
Surprised
100%.
that's not something that they've done already for like February, and
Maybe this is like an entryway into it. And then
hopefully.
then if we didn't buy the gloves, which I'm not, we'll be like, shit, I really wish I had some gloves to go with this dress. I guess I should have bought them.
They're already halfway there with this stupid brick sarong, all of these sarong models. You just add a little texture, make them more 3D, and put a top on, and you can make that into a ball gown.
I
Maybe they are moving
suppose
in that direction.
they might be. It's kind of weird, but they might be. Let's not go in a logical direction,
I mean,
like a guild clubhouse, Blizzard. Just putting it out there.
right.
Just putting it out there.
Ugh, guild clubhouse, player housing. Come on, let's go.
I just need,
I would love a guild
yeah,
clubhouse.
like we can all just live in the clubhouse if they would give us that,
That would
Denny.
be so nice to have like a guild hub. That way we don't have to like run into each other in the middle of random ass cities.
I think it's a missed opportunity. Like when it came to WAD, it was a missed opportunity because
Yeah.
putting people in their own place to build their own place is boring. Is
Hmm.
boring. But it's like if you have weekly guild challenges and all these different things, me and Weo have fantasized about this for years. We would
Oh
do
yeah,
all the stuff, and you would too, Denny. Like we would have the
100%.
coolest guild clubhouse in World of Warcraft history. Like,
100%. I mean, you remember how many pandas I made so we could get that stupid extra
mhm.
guild tab, and that was just for a guild tab,
That'd be so cool. Like,
ink
there's
tab.
all these different things you have to do to like build an auction house in your clubhouse and all this other stuff and a
That's
bank.
yeah, and that's what I loved about the garrison is your personal things you can do there, and also the themed decorations. I
Mm,
love the Halloween decorations, and everything had
mm,
pumpkins around it and everything. That was so fun, but I feel
lonely.
like it was a wasted opportunity because you only enjoy that yourself if you are in your garrison.
Yeah.
Mhm.
If
And you
we could
could,
do that for like a guild club and have
mm,
decors and like earn a bunch of achievements with it and do all this other stuff, it would be
and
a
we could
lot of
like
fun.
unlock different areas. Like, it would be cool. It would add a lot of content to this game. A lot of content. And a lot of
Yeah.
content that I think a lot of people would do, especially guilds out there that are like focused on collection and completions and stuff like that. They're gonna do this, and it's
Mhm.
gonna keep them in the game longer. That's what I think. Blizzard won't
Oh
do
yeah,
it,
totally.
but the
Totally.
sad part is they could easily do it, considering they already did the garrisons. Same idea, except like build your own major city, basically.
Right.
That's even cooler.
So, moving on.
Moving on to Denny's shoulder capes that I cannot freaking stand.
So they're the secret is they're not. I maintain that they're not supposed to be on both shoulders.
Oh, it just
It even
bothers me.
says in the flavor text for one of them, for all of them, a shoulder can be discarded to leave a sword arm free, and that's exactly how you're
Mm,
supposed to wear it. Is you're
I
supposed
just
to wear it on your off shoulder, and then your like the shoulder you use for killing people is the one that doesn't have the cloak. So that's why it looks ridiculous, is because it's on both shoulders. But when it's only on one, I actually think it's kind of a cool like cross between like a scarf and a cape.
I don't like how it sits. I just can't. Even if there's just one of them,
Fair.
I don't like how it sits. Maybe it's because of how
That's
it sits
fair.
on my troll, but I just can't get over it.
I
So
I
I
think
like
on
them
like
though, and
a
I've got all of them.
bulkier
I think
character, like a Tauren or
a male figure in
yeah.
general, I think, because obviously I have all female characters. So I just find they look strange on the female character body.
I do
So,
feel like the
Mhm.
designers, when they make certain pieces, they definitely have a specific like race and or
mhm,
gender in mind
mhm.
when they make
Yeah.
it. Because like there's definitely some that just look objectively good on certain races and objectively bad on others.
That's true. That is a
Mostly
fair
Tauren.
point. Yeah,
Everything looks bad on Tauren. Sorry, guys.
try being a troll. It's no better out here. And
It's true.
then to add injury to insult, they give us a leaky bucket.
Hey, hey.
Deals
It deals holy
holy
damage.
Okay, no, no, no,
damage.
no, 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 no. Wait. So I have an idea for the leaky bucket.
Oh, here we go.
In the War Within, they released a Harvester transmog model,
Yes, I've seen
and
it.
that leaky bucket would be perfect
But
for
they're
that
also gonna have like
transmog.
other bucket models and stuff, aren't they?
Are they going to be premium buckets unlike this leaky
I'm
bucket?
like, well, yeah. What if you want a leaky bucket? Then I
Well,
suppose this is your only recourse.
I'm a
Buy this
bitchy
now
ass
for
bitch.
75 tender. You have 26 days. Good luck.
Like color it pink maybe and I'd consider it. I don't know.
I mean, it is a bucket, and
And
presumably, you know what?
but it's not
I
really
would buy
leaking.
it.
It's not really
Yeah, I was
leaking.
just about to. I would buy it if it was leaking.
That's the problem. It's a leaky bucket, but it's not actually leaking. Like all
Yeah.
the, you look at all the ones up higher in the list there, where all the pollen's flying off of it and all this stuff and petals and all this stuff. But
Well,
then we
they're also
have,
more expensive.
yeah, I know, but then we have a leaky bucket that's not leaking.
I wonder if it's like the tender cost is relative to the amount of dev time that went into developing the thing. It's like that effect took so long. It's gonna be 300 tender.
Well, I suspect that some stuff they obviously just put in here to be a filler item. Like this is a
Oh yeah,
filler
I think
item.
Yeah.
and I think the primeval, the next one is the primeval mall, right? I think that's
Yeah.
I think that's another filler one. Like I'm not gonna buy
Mm.
it. It's
And some people might like it. Like people
see,
that
but
might
like
be looking for like an older beat down vanilla looking transmog situation maybe.
that is kind of what a lot of these simple ones are supposed to be. These kind of filler ones, but like I can think of a couple other ones that look pretty similar that are easy to obtain, and you don't have to spend your tender on.
Yeah.
Whereas some of the other ones have been like pretty decent, simple items that the game like surprisingly lacks. Like you know what there's surprisingly few of? Simple swords that
That's
don't look
true.
like shit.
Well, there must be more now though because the gray and white items are transmogable.
Right? But those are all tiny. Like when you look at those weapon
Mm,
models, they look like daggers. They're so
true.
small. They're
True.
like not scaled
Mm.
properly.
Mm,
So having a nice modern high res like simple weapon can be nice.
mhm.
I don't feel like the mall, I don't feel like this one or the bucket are unique enough. They don't stand that they don't stand out enough from what you can already get in game functionally for free.
That's true. It's fair.
Whereas some of the other ones, like you can't find a good like short sword model for a paladin. There's no good like gold, silver short sword model. Not that I have all the swords, but you know, there's not a lot of them. They're all like weird shapes and like sabers and weird decorated things and the swords from Pandaria that look like mouths and shit. But there's not a lot of like normal swords.
Or the BFA eyeballs.
Oh god.
Eyeballs on
So
everything.
yeah, right. So it is
Eyeballs.
nice to see these like normal-ish items, but yeah, I'm not gonna buy these two. I've bought some of the other ones, but I don't think these two are like special enough.
But just when you think you have enough gloves, now we have highborn scholars
Oh my
gloves.
god.
The perfect solution for paper cuts.
But they're fingerless.
Yeah.
But oh no, they're not.
No, they're not. I just
No, they're
noticed.
not. You can see the stitching.
Yeah. They're
Which
not
like wow, you
fingerless.
can see the stitching. Good work, Blizz.
That is actually some good
Like
detail.
that's pretty nice. Not that anyone's going to appreciate that ever unless they're like inspecting your character
Well, are
and
they
looking at your gloves.
inspecting
No, because you're
like
going to be
with a
holding shit.
magnifying glass? Like,
You're going to be holding shit. Like,
but again, simple.
yeah,
And I mean, it's like one of the lowest priced items on here. So I feel like it probably does not take off because you can't buy everything. There's just no way to
right.
buy everything anyway.
No, you're
So,
not supposed to be able to.
yeah, yeah. And then we go to our lively treads of the Kaluak.
Yeah, yeah, they're cute. They look like Uggs.
Yeah, but I just wish they covered my troll feet. Like, why can't,
That's the
why
yeah. I
can't,
hate
why?
like on a race that actually has shoes. They look fine. They look like Uggs.
Yeah, well, I wish I could
They look good
wear
on my blood elf.
shoes. Like,
I'm not
why
gonna buy
can't,
them, but they look good on my blood elf.
yeah, but why can't trolls wear boots?
I that makes no sense. I have absolutely no clue. I
Like,
wish I could tell you.
I wish I knew, because there's like a few solutions that people are like, oh, these are like shoes for trolls. They're not. They're not, and they're ugly.
Right.
They're
Just
ugly.
let trolls wear shoes.
That's why my troll just has those like ankle things on.
What should that be like a selling point in a future patch? Like 11.1.5, trolls have shoes.
I would faint. I would
You
actually faint. I would need to be revived. Like, it's
hear that,
the,
Blizz? The bar is
yeah,
low.
yeah. I mean, it's the main, as
You're giving
sad as
trolls heritage armor, and all they really wanted is shoes.
it's true. And the sad part is, like, that's the only reason I want to switch to a night elf is
It's
because
because they have shoes.
yeah. And even if they don't wear shoes, their feet aren't ugly like this.
It's true.
Like,
It's fine.
True.
I get it's a troll, but I need
But they're
shoes.
trolling.
I need shoes. I need boots. I need anything. Like big giant clunkers, like whatever, I'll make it work. But not those like sandal looking weird things.
Yeah.
Because that's the only thing that is the equivalent of a troll shoe is those weird looking sandal things. And they're not the vibe either. Absolutely not the vibe. Anyway, end of troll feet rant. Sort of.
For
For
now.
now.
Put a pin in it. We'll
Yeah.
circle back later.
And then out of nowhere, you have this random Sindari assassin shroud.
Like as a blood elf, I feel like I should buy this, but meh.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just not exciting.
I feel like I have 13 versions of this already.
Yeah, me too. But it's just kind of out of nowhere. When you look at the
Right.
things up top, like all these
Right. It's
simplistic
like all this
weapons
flowery
and stuff.
stuff, and then all these random
Yeah.
items, and then like cape.
Yeah, here you
Fancy
go.
ass cape.
Here's a cape, and then go ahead and review
Can
the crab that's returning.
can wear that with a highboard
Like,
scarf gloves.
so weird. And why do some of these things return though? Like, okay, I bought Buzzworth, but like the
That's why
Forsaken
most of them return.
Crescent, like why is that? Like, is that a big? Like, do you think the items they're bringing back are items that the most people froze or something? Like, how does Blizzard decide what to bring back after we've only had trading posts for 12 months? well, more than 12 months now, but like what, 14 months?
Yeah, like 14, 15, maybe even more at this point. I don't know. Since January?
Yeah, January.
February? February, I think, was 12 months.
No, it was January, I think. Either
So
way.
yeah, we're at like 15 months.
But we're not at enough that we should be bringing items back, are we? We need
I can understand for like some of the mounts and stuff, but yeah, I'm
mhm,
surprised to see like this Forsaken Crescent and
the
the
Blades of
like the
Illusion.
Arsenal, because wasn't that a monthly reward? So I could see that
Maybe.
maybe as being something you can now buy if you missed it because it was a monthly reward.
And I do like this Alloon's Fury. I don't like the Wrath one. I like the Fury, but it's not something exciting enough that you would sit here and dream and hope that it came back for you to buy it. You wouldn't,
Right. No, I think
yeah.
I've gotten it. I have them, so I think it's because it was a monthly reward because I don't think I
Oh
would have
yeah, I have it
bought
too.
it.
Yeah, I just noticed you own this weapon or this item.
So
Yeah, I don't think I would have
I've
bought
used
that.
them. You know what I use this? I use these with some of the Emerald Dream transmogs when I don't want to use the Emerald Dream weapons.
That makes sense. That makes sense. And I mean, I can see why they'd bring back the midnight threads for people that didn't buy the black version. Because if I
Right,
were,
because that's a nice one.
yeah, if I were to buy any version of this in the game, it would be black.
Yeah, because of
Like,
everything, and it's nice.
mhm,
Like there are no plain black capes.
yeah, no, there really isn't. So I can see that one. But some of them are just not like a notable item that you would run back here to buy.
Right.
Like 100% not. So those are the things that should return for people that weren't playing necessarily and things like that, which I'm sure they'll make it back in rotation at some point, but I'd like to know how Blizzard chooses these items that come back and
I'd
why.
like to know how they choose the monthly reward. Remember when we used to get mounts?
Well, we still do
No, now
sometimes.
for the monthly reward we get wings.
Oh, we didn't even
We
look
get
at the wings yet.
wings. Yeah, we haven't got to the monthly
Oh,
reward.
well, we're
Um,
going there
should we
now.
should we wrap up? Well, we still have oh yeah, we're pretty much done. We just have Buzzworth and the Royal Swarmers. We already talked about Buzz. Mr.
Yeah,
Buzz.
I love
He's a busy
these
bee.
wings.
He's expensive. He's 600 tender. That's as much as the Skitter fly mount.
I bought him. I bought him because I'm
Yeah.
not
Gee,
buying
oh
that,
my,
but
he's aggressive. Look at his little stinging animation. Ooh,
yeah,
look at him
yeah,
go. Ooh, two in a row.
but
And then there's whatever the hell the Royal Swarmers reigns is.
it's another mount I'll never buy.
I mean, yes, like squid face.
Yeah, but
What is this? What species is this? It's not a Rubian, is it?
I don't know.
That was like not even a sentence. I think this is an Arubian.
All I know is these
That might
wings
be
are
why
it.
they're.
The wings are it for me.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I don't like it, but I think this is going to be.
You don't like the wings?
They're butterfly wings.
You don't like the butterfly wings, Denny?
Oh, I know. I thought you were talking about the
Oh,
mount still.
no, we've moved on to the
Oh,
wings. The
okay.
best
Now we're
part.
talking about the wing.
The
Now we're talking.
best part of the entire thing.
So I was doing some experimenting with
You
them,
were.
and you can equip shit on top of them, which
Oh,
is fun. Actually, let me do that now.
Yeah, like you're. I don't have them
There
yet.
we go. So I just put them on, and I should have it with
Oh,
my
there he is.
two-handed weapon, which you normally cannot do
Oh, look
with
at
back
that.
pieces.
Look at that.
So
It's
normally, when you put a
two-handed.
two-hander and you sheath it on your back, it'll cover anything that you have on them.
Huh.
So that means you'll be able to use the wings with your bow and shit.
Huh. I love them. Like I keep comparing them to the Sprite Darter hatchling wings, and they're not
I
it.
kind of hated them, but like now that I see them in my slot mog with my gorgeous sex toy butt plug weapon, kind of sold.
can you
Yeah.
can you do a little dance for me right here?
But
Doing a little twirl, doing a little
the
twirl.
Sprite Darter hatchling wings, when those came out, every single one of my characters wore them for a long time. And
That's
then
fair.
now
I
I
saw a lot
see
of them when they
these.
first came out.
Yeah, but now I see these, and these are it. Like The Sprite Darter hatchling looks terrible compared to those wings. Like these
Yeah.
look like they could be real butterfly wings.
They
Like
move too. They have an animation.
they do. Oh yeah, they do. I
Yeah,
see that.
they're not static. They flap open and closed a little bit.
Yeah, no, I like them. I can't wait to have them. Probably all my characters will wear these.
I'm gonna keep this slut mod going for a little bit. I'm really feeling this
Even my troll is gonna wear these.
glorious expression of
See, now
my paladin.
I need Weo to get the bow and these wings so I can see what the bow looks like sitting on these wings. Probably weird.
Look, I'm glorious.
I have the bow. I have yet to get the wing.
Well, once
So
you have the wings, we're gonna have to see this. Like, I gotta see
yeah.
what the bow's gonna look like with these wings. Because obviously you need these wings and the bow. Like, come on. Missed opportunity otherwise. Completely missed opportunity.
They do
Ugh.
look pretty good
I
though.
think with the bow, if I do a transmog, it's gonna be really simple. Because I don't have a whole lot that's gonna like match the bow. So
We
it's gonna
were
have to
talking
be
about
I was
that.
super
reminded
simple and delicate.
I was reminded by Brooke of all the Noble Garden stuff.
Hmm. I think it would look really good with Noble Garden stuff.
What I was thinking was the spring robes. Because they're like white and goldish, but more white.
Mm, maybe. See, you'll have to get it and then mess around with them and see what looks best. And I'm gonna get it too. So hopefully it'll look good with my Noble Garden wear that my hunter has on right now. Thanks for listening to Berkeley Blooms and Unreal Adventure. Before we go, show us some love in the comments down below. Then stay tuned for our next episode where we discuss Mop Remix.